Video 10. Modify section. In the previous lesson, we learned how to create some sections in Allplan with the Views and Sections tool. And for today's lesson, we're going to edit some of the properties displays for these sections. As I mentioned in the previous lesson, our section has two borders. The outer border stands for the section object. The inner border is the limit of the section range. If you want to adjust any part, then double-click on this part. The first part is the Modify section. Filter Item, Filter Object in Section. The object will cut through which object we can hide with Remove or Show with Add. The section is not limited in one drawing. If the files are linked, the same section coordinates will spread through the objects in different drawing files. You can adjust the size box by entering the dimensions here. Next, this is a representation part for section views. You can adjust the scale for the sections here. This is just a scale name. You enter 20 or 25 for the section and 50 for the plan or elevation. You can click on Format to adjust the display of lines and surface in sections. This includes settings of edges, clipping line, surface elements and finishing materials. About displaying the edges, adjacent edges and display between different surface elements, visible edge and hidden edge. You will choose the lines and colors for these edges. The cross-sectional boundary marker is called boundary lines. You also set the format for these edges. Next is the hidden edges and the intersection edges we can set up. Here is the display surface, surface elements and hidden surface. And the section also shows the finished material layers, finish elements. However, we can skip it because most of the videos in this section talk about reinforcement drawings. We have finished setting the display properties. Then to set the label for the section, this is a very convenient part for this type of section. More specifically, in section labels, there are two parts. Heading, full name of section, scale, label note. In heading, we again divide the include section identifier, A to A, B to B, or 1 to 1. And extensions depending on language. In other words, this is like file name of the identifier. Must be different and the extension is the same. And of course, we can set the format for these names. Capitalization, add colons, or underline. And you can also set the text for this section here. the scale part, scale note, we also set the same format of text. After the settings, click Apply and Close. You can see the section name has been renamed and the format properties has been changed. And if you choose Scale checkbox here, you have the following aspect scale. You select the checkbox More here to hide or show the section range. Finally, we will adjust the display in the 3D section with the default selection here, and you can select the surface as desired. Click Apply and Close. The editing is the same. Double-click, inner border or blank area in section. You can adjust the section name, section identifier as desired. Or set the symbol of a section on models. After the settings, you click Close. And the last part I want to share about the section in today's lesson is the 3D display within a section. For a large project, complex and many components. If you only care about a small range of the building, you can look on 3D by selecting the name of the section. Then we can observe only a part of that section cut through, without having to filter or hide or show objects. And of course, when changing the scope of a section, the range in 3D also changes. In my opinion, it's very useful to control details in any area that will be difficult to observe when displaying the whole model. As such, we have a good understanding of all the factors relevant to this section. The next lesson, we will add some related 2D elements in the drawing.